verses 5 and 6. Those are the best known and the most memorized verses in the book of Proverbs. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he might, he maybe, we hope, well, y'all won't let me get by, he shall direct thy path. So you just the first 4 words, trust in the Lord. That's enough right there. If we just stop right now and went on home, you got enough right there. Trust in the Lord. That's our message for today. Trust in, that's it. Trust in the Lord. If we have nothing else, trust in the Lord. Now, in these 2 verses, Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived, challenges us and charges us to trust in the Lord. See, Solomon knew that we were going to have some disappointments. Solomon knew that we were going to have some heartaches. Solomon knew that we were going to have some sick days. Solomon knew that our faith was going to be tested. And so he charges us to trust in the Lord. Solomon would tell you, my father trusted in the Lord. When David was just a little boy, out there keeping his father's sheep. And one day a lion came and got a little lamb. And David went after the lion and got the little lamb back. And then one day he was keeping his father's sheep and a bear came out and took the little lamb. And David went after the bear and took the baby sheep out of the bear's mouth. And then when David was 12 years old, and all the men were running scared, little David walked up and faced Goliath and slew that giant. You see, David had a history of trusting in the Lord. That's why he wrote in Psalm 71, in thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. And then in Psalm 18, he says, my strength, my God, in whom I trust. Then in Psalm 119, he says, it's better to trust in God than put confidence in man. Then in Psalm 62, he said, trust in him at all times. David had more to say about trusting God than any other writer in the Bible. And then before he died, he told his son, he told Solomon in 1 Chronicles 28:9, he said, my son, know thou the God of thy father. See, to know God is to love God. To know God is to obey God. To know God is to trust God. And so he tells his son, get to know the God of your father. Get to know him on a personal level. See, there's a difference in knowing about God and knowing God. You can catch anybody on the street and ask them, do they know about God? Anybody on the street can tell you, yeah, I know there is a God. I know he made the world. I know he got us up. But do you know him? See, he told him, get to know God. Anybody who claims to know the Lord, but don't ever want to come to his house, something is wrong there. Because you can't know the Lord and not want to be in his presence. Because to know the Lord, you know that He is the one who keeps you every day. When you know the Lord, and you know that He is the one who's taking care of you. And when you know it's God that's taking care of you, every now and then, you ought to want to come and tell Him, thank you. That's one of the first lessons my mama taught me. Whenever somebody do something for you, tell them thank you. And when you know who God is, you're going to want to come and tell Him, much obliged. But my grandma might say, you might want to come and tell Him, ain't they? Ooh, yeah. Some of y'all know what that is. Pig Latin. But Solomon went on and said, not only did my father trust God, but I trusted in the Lord. He said, I trusted Him, and He gave me wisdom that excelled all the men in the East. He said, I trusted God, and He gave me riches